Welcome back to my channel. My name is Patrick and you have reached Corona Pilipinas. On this channel, you will be able to watch anything about pageantry. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that if ever I have a new video, you will be notified right away. So for this episode, I'm gonna talk about the recently concluded Miss USA 2020. So I know every one of you guys expected na sana sa Miss Idaho because of course half Filipina kasi si Miss Idaho. Unfortunately, Miss Mississippi won the title, but that's okay. So today I will be reviewing the top 5 question and answer. So if you can remember sa top 5, they were asked question, and on the final statement they were given a topic that they will explain as their final statement. Okay guys, so for the first finalist, it's Miss Oklahoma. Ano ba yan? I need to enunciate properly. Oklahoma. So it bilog yung O. The question is, several popular apps collect personal data from users and sell it to the third parties. Does this influence your decision to use them? Why or why not? Right? So I really like Miss Oklahoma because she said it does matter to her, and she also said na as a leader or as a representative of Oklahoma, privacy is really important for her state and something like that. So what I really like with how she answered is that she's very honest. Yun nga lang, whatever that she talk about, yung ending naman niya, it feels like it doesn't matter to her. Yung sasagot niya, parang hindi siya naging sincere yung dating kasi in all honesty, because of pandemic, she downloaded TikTok. And at the same time, alam mo, medyo na-bother ako dahil kasi she name-dropped TikTok, which is, syempre, you're representing a brand. You're not supposed to name drop something. Yun lang yung medyo na-bother ako kasi. Pero knowing Americans kasi talaga, they're very outspoken. If they wanna say something, they will say it. Yun lang. Alright, so I would say, okay lang, pero sayang yung sagot niya. Kasi yung ending niya hindi maganda. Alright, so the next one is Miss Mississippi. Our country is more polarized than any other time in recent memory. In your opinion, what must be done to bring our nation back together again? I really like Mississippi's answer because it's very direct, which is, she said it's all about trust. And that's really, you know naman what's going on with America right now. They have a new president, and the past administration is, you know naman, may ayaw talaga kay Trump. And that's really a good answer. That's what really America needs in this time. They need to trust the government again. They need to trust the process and all. So I really like how she answered it strong. And she said they need to do something with the media, business, government. I really like yung word choices niya, yung restoring trust, work together. And of course, yung ending, it's like a quotable quote na sinabi niya na we need to set better example for any other nation. I like it. Ang ganda ng sagot ni Mississippi. She answered the question and ended well. The next one is Miss Indiana. So her question is, according to a study, only a third of Americans could pass the US citizenship test. Why is that? And what can be done to fix it? Again, I like, nasa ano talaga nila, it's really their culture being straightforward. I like Indiana that she said that Americans are very entitled, which is true naman talaga. Aminin natin, if you're an American, most of the time, it feels like, alam mo na, you're one of the best citizens in the world, something like that. They have that, in all honesty. Pero, I like na gumamit siya ng example, which is the Black Lives Matter. I super like how she used that as an example, and at the same time, yung Black Lives Matter kasi, di ba, it's really in the history of the Black Americans. And that's, maganda siyang example for a history, something that we need to really understand what is going on with the Black people, why they have that, something like that. And that's really part of the American history. Ang ganda ng sagot niya. I like her answer. So the next one is Miss Idaho, our half Filipina. Her question is, recent protests have advocated for police reform. Do you agree? And if so, what steps need to be taken? Medyo may pause na nangyari kay Miss Idaho and huminga siya. And I thought she's not gonna be able to mahabol yung sagot or something. So, said that she believes that police reform was made. And I noticed that she's trying her best not to give the Black Lives Matter na example. But what I like about her is she generalizes it with the word marginalized or minorities instead of dropping not just about Black Americans. Ang problema kasi it was used by Indiana. She doesn't want to sound like she copied her answer from the previous contestant. Pero okay lang, yun nga lang medyo on the latter part, dun lang lumabas yung teaching the police, something like that. Maganda sana kung yung sa gitna pa lang sinabi niya na educate the police about on what to do and what if they're handling this particular group, what should be done, what should be something. Sana naging mas specific na lang siya doon. At the same time, kung ano yung teaching na gusto niyang gawin or reform. The next one is Alabama. Her question is, as more and more people are getting their news through social media, do platforms have a responsibility to fact-check posts, or will that ultimately suppress free speech? She answered right away. She does not think that it suppresses free speech, and what I like about her answer is she understands that everyone, not just Americans, lahat naman tayo, di ba? At minsan nga, pagising natin, the first thing that we are looking at is our phone. And yun talaga, social media right away, Facebook, Instagram, and from there, you will see news. And that's the convenient, talaga, ng kahit sinong human in this world. Social media na talaga. Sabi niya, a lot of American is using social media to know current events, or that's the only outlet that they have to information. So yun yung sabi ni Alabama. People should check if it's true and accurate, and at the same time, the platforms should not be biased in reviewing those news. Well, I think, let's say, for example, Facebook. Diba? If you see a fake news naman din, diba? You can actually report it, and Facebook can check that. Sana may mas specific siyang sinabi. If we're gonna assess, she really answered well. Okay. And then the next one is yung final statement. So for the first one, final statement, Oklahoma. For Oklahoma, her chosen word is voter suppression. I like yung answer ni Oklahoma. She knows that this recently concluded election, that's the most voters' participation. So she knows that, and I like it na she knows the current events. And she talks about the 100th anniversary of the women's right to vote. But she said that everyone should register, and then siguro when she's trying to elaborate something, yun na, naubusan na siya ng oras. Okay, Mississippi. So for Mississippi, okay, so the word for Mississippi is gun laws. What I like about Mississippi's answers, she talks about, again, ito yung gusto-gusto ko sa mga, whenever you're answering sa beauty pageant, mas maganda talaga if you're using your personal experience. And she started that at the early age, she knows how to use a gun. She knows yung mga specific on how to properly use the gun, something. And sobrang kompleto yung sagot niya kasi she also talks about the proper education on how to use the gun, something like that. So, and gusto ko rin yung she stands to whatever that she believes in. She knows na there should be no gun ban. Kasi she knows naman na kahit ipagbawal naman kasi yun, hahanapin pa rin naman kasi yun ng mga tao or bibilhin pa rin. So, maganda yung sagot niya. Actually, Mississippi answer, she really nailed those two challenge or questions. For Indiana, for her, it's climate change. What I like about Indiana's answers, she shared that it was her dream to travel the whole world, especially yung Great Barrier Reef. And she talks about yung rainforest, that environment is deteriorating, climate is growing up, water is rising, something like that. And she's on the right track na on answering that specific question. But the thing is, bigla siyang natawa. It feels like if I were the judges, it feels like na-realize mo that you're not doing it. Something like that. Ganun yung dating. So parang nasayang lang yung mga pinagsasabi niya dahil kasi at the end naging awkward. For Idaho, it's mental health reform. I like her answer because take it as a disease. Yung sinabi niya, parang on others' perspective, mental health is like a disease, which is true naman. Totoo siya, in fairness kailangan talaga ng education in terms of mental health. And so I like when she explained that we should look at the mental health holistically. I like it. So meron pa siyang ginamit na we're normalizing conversation. It is something that we should be talking about. Ang ganda na sinabi niya. And then of course, yung sobrang gusto ko when you end strong. It's okay not to be okay. Di ba napaka-quotable quote? If you are listening to her, makukot yung attention mo. That's really how you answer a question. Ang ganda. Sa round na to, nakabawi talaga si Idaho. And for Alabama, prison reform. Based from her answer, she said that she is a law student. And maganda yung sinabi niya. She shared. And also, meron siya sinabing data. I think it's 40%. It seems like she really knows what she's talking about. And at the same time, what I like about her is she really answered the question. Based from her answer, she said that we must do something because let's say when a prisoner is already freed from or tapos na yung sentensya niya, most of the time, those mga ex-convict, they're not being prepped for the outside world. So I really like her answer. Okay, so based from the winner, the fourth runner-up is Alabama. You know what, guys? For me, I don't feel like Alabama should be fourth runner-up. Parang dapat mas mataas pa yung placement niya. So, as you can see, Indiana and Oklahoma, for me, may tag-isa silang nasagot nila yung question. So, wherever they are, I feel like dapat it's either fourth runner-up sila or third runner-up, either of the two. Bahala na kung sino yung mas mauna. Kasi for me, medyo silang dalawa yung hindi masyadong strong for me yung mga sagot nila. And in all honesty, for me, dapat si Idaho. Although, this is just my observation, guys. For me, Idaho should be second runner-up. And then, first runner-up si Alabama. Pero, you know what? I think yung judges, they didn't just base it from the Q&A alone. It seems like they're really looking for someone who can really bring the crown again for USA. Pero, kasi in all honesty, in fairness, maganda naman yung mga sagot ni Mississippi, pero I don't think so. In terms of pasarela, okay ba si Mississippi? In all honesty, kasi hindi ko talaga siya napapansin. Mas napapansin ko si Idaho, si Alabama. Well, anyway, it's their candidate in terms of, you know naman, ang Miss Universe, it's more on public speaking skills na rather than passerelle or something. Pero although passerelle is really important too, and siguro madali na lang naman kasi siyang matutunan. Yun nga lang, nakakapanghinayang si Idaho. I think, sayang Alam mo yung during the competition, I was really rooting for her kahit alam ko na hindi ganun kaganda yung sagot niya. Yung sa una, yung may doon kasi sa pause something. Parang medyo off kasi yun. Pero you know naman, si Kilani, I don't know if I pronounce it right, si Miss Teen Hawaii, she's half Filipina. Just in case nanalo si Idaho, so dalawa na silang half Pinay, and then just in case manalo tayo si Rabia. Sa IMG, tatlo sila na Pinay, tatlo silang nakatira sa New York apartment. Wow, isipin nyo kung last year, all black sila nila Sozibini, diba? And that's really, in fairness dahil tatlo silang black na nanalo, tapos, you know, nangyari pa yung Black Lives Matter. So, sobrang relevant ng mangyayari. And wala lang, I know, na-feel nyo rin you are a pageant fan. Nangarap din kayo na sana nangyari yun. Pero, yun nga lang, hindi pinalad si Idaho. Yun lang. So, that's it for my video. If you find this video informative, please thumbs up. If you wanna say something sa comment. I want to see your comments down below and let's talk about it. What's your take about the candidates of Miss USA? And of course, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social medias. It's all in the description box. Thank you so much for watching and see you on my next video. Bye-bye!